It's another beautiful day here live on Minor League Esports, MLE GG. Another production brought to you by APM Music. Kendo Slice here, and we have the back half of the mainstream on Saturday, and it is a doozy. Premier League 2s, Master League 3s, and to join me through it all, the one, the only, man with so much energy, it's Foof. Foof, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great, man. I am so excited to be here. I'm so excited to be working with the one Kendo Slice. I'm so excited. We have MLE Week 3. We have two 5-5 teams. It is truly a mirror match right now, Kendo, and you rarely get that.
Yeah, you very rarely get that indeed, and you throw in the fact that one of these matches, the rivalry between the Elite and the Bulls, goes all the way back to the foundations of the league itself. You know it is going to be a cacophony of wonderful content for us to enjoy. And Foof, I know it's our first time together in the booth, so welcome. I've been watching, I've been enjoying. I just want to put my compliments out to you, my friend, because I mean, you even make a Nike jacket look good. I thought you were completely outdressing me there for a second.
Well, listen, this is what a buddy of mine called a 30-footer at the wedding, so it looks good from far away. You keep it in the frame just enough. It fits the shoulders well. But now, Kendo, you talk about, you're looking at me, man. Dude, you were one of the first voices I got to hear ever looking at MLE stream. I'm so excited to not only work with you, but be in the booth. So super awesome here. And now we look to the pitch. We have the Elite and the Bulls. All these guys are in. They're coming off of, I mean, we've already said it, 5-5. They're very neck and neck. And a true rivalry matchup. Set perfectly for a 9:04 game.
9:04 game. Gotta love it. Even the timing right on the edge. Even if you're a League of Legends man, you can appreciate the 4 in there. But Bulls Elite, folks, in a 2v2 matchup. El Clasico, I'd like to consider it, as these two teams usually are holding down the top 2 spots in the Volcanic Division. We will see how everyone plays. For the Elite, we do have, it's Goombachi, and we have Distant, Evil, and Deluxe for the Bulls. And knowing the family that is the Bulls and the Elite community, this is going to go a long way. I feel like it's going to be a momentum-based matchup, and every single swing of momentum will be crucial. We're underway, Foof. Take us away.
Well, starting with 5 minutes on the clock, that's where it begins. Evil getting a soft touch here, just trying to get some control. Nice job on the Dominus, the flip to push it over, but too far right. Deluxe now near post touch. Distant, throwing it up to Goombachi. He's going to take it and score. The Elite feigning that defensive breakthrough and then just hand it off to themselves, able to hop out early.
Well, I'm not so sure this was what I meant by momentous swings, but Goombachi equal to the task of proving that sentiment correct, albeit in a blown open proportion. Game number 1, goal number 1, and the defense a little bit left to be desired thus far. But, you know, the stream jitters, Spoof. We'll chalk it up to that.
Oh, that was a big-time bump from Distant, though. You saw it, too. Goombachi trying to take advantage of it. The far post opportunity technically turned away, but no save there coming for the Bulls. Deluxe trying to find it again, but there's that man again. Goombachi doing it all sideline to sideline, goal to goal. Distant now trying to win with no boost. Gets another touch with the Dominus, trying to find Goombachi, waiting for it here, but they cannot get to it. The Elite running back. Got to be careful here as the ball stalls at midfield. Deluxe on it. Has the soft touch, has another one looking for that top right corner, but no, it's going to be turned away by Distant.
And you have to be careful, but not so careful that they take advantage of you. Evil is going to do just that, take advantage of a mistake here. Weak touch by Distant and the double commit by Goombachi. You've got to have better comms, communication, commentary between these two players on the pitch, because it was fairly obvious it was non-existent in that play.
Obviously going for the pinch, it just didn't work out. Double the commit, double the fun, but giving up the goals here. Deluxe, a beautiful touch. The Bulls don't want to commit all the way, though. Now Distant with a chance here, a 2-on-1, trying to do something spectacular there. Just kind of rolling underneath the ball, but not finding enough of a touch on the Dominus. Now the ball is back. The Bulls trying to find it. Distant waiting for it. Now Evil sitting back at midfield. It's just a back and forth. Deluxe with the big time bump. There were just 2 players on each side of the field, and they take advantage.
Oh, this is disgusting. Evil. The shot leaving some to be desired, but Deluxe sends Gumbachi to the Shadow Realm. That is one way to take a defender out of the play, and it was executed extremely well.
Executed to perfection. You know, you talked about the shot maybe left a little bit to be desired, but you talk about trust, and I think that's what the trust was. He said, don't worry, put it on, I'll take the bump. Now Gumbachi stung here a little bit in the corner, has to find the touch and does, trying to get it past Evil. Evil's going to give up the space, just waiting for it here, a good turn, able to catch the ball and boost, got his cake and now eating it too, trying to find the flip reset, does another touch, distant though, getting the save and the savior medal for them. The Elite now trying to find a counterattack, but that demo will deny it. Evil sitting back and giving it time. Distant off the sidewall here, just throwing it and losing possession. Not a favorable touch. Now the Bulls with a lot of space and a lot of time.
Indeed.
No way.
Small flick. Fielded well by Gumbachi. We're seeing the Bulls immediately pushing this ball into the offensive zone. Every chance that they get, they want the battleground that the 50-50s really take place in to be in the Elite defensive zone. They've done a great job of keeping it there. And it's really taken the hesitation we saw in that first 15 seconds. It's eliminated, it's erased it, because the Bulls have plenty of time. The ball's in front of them, a majority of it. But now on the back foot, Deluxe forced to make a save. Very last moment, another one as Evil sweeps it away. A double commit by the Bulls. They're going to be hemmed in their own zone for a second.
I think it's a bit of a limit test here for the Bulls, as now the Elite trying their own. They just want to press and see if something breaks here. Game 1, people sit back. The Bulls do not. They want all the pressure. Evil trying to beat Gumbachi, not able to do it. Now clearing as the Elite. The demo comes through. Deluxe running it at midfield, collecting boost, trying to find the pass to Evil. Evil putting it just a hair too high. No second touch coming through. The Bulls, an opportunity turned away. The demo comes through again. The pace, the demos, the physicality, it has it all.
Indeed it does, but the Bulls currently have the lead, and while the Elite are slowly enacting their plan, they only have 90 seconds with which it can pay off and profit. Slow play, it's still dangerous in the box. That's a threes play. That's a goal, my friend. Instead, it just goes by the wayside, and the Elite back to the drawing board, taking advantage of the Bulls on the back foot. It's Deluxe. The very last moment save. The goal line stand, keeping them off the board.
Bending but not breaking. That is the most important thing. Is Deluxe trying to flip the field here, but doesn't get him enough of the touch. A good 50 now, giving him a chance. A soft touch denied by Gumbachi. The Elite, only 60 seconds. They have to find a defensive stand, and now they have to turn it. Gumbachi at midfield. A hard 50 from Deluxe. He's going to catch back up to it with the boost. The soft kiss, tucking it away and possibly putting away game 1.
Really good continued stuff out of the Bulls and Deluxe, not only with the 50-50, the wherewithal and the boost control to stick to their own touch despite being inverted and backwards on the play. Great control, what you can expect out of the Premier League, but there's still plenty of time. 45 seconds. We've seen stranger things, and at this point, it's showing on Netflix outside of Distant, pushing this ball across.
Well, the Netflix was attempted there, but it didn't find the back, but that one will. Deluxe burying it, putting the Bulls up by 3. 34 seconds left. The Elite, unfortunately, just getting deeper and deeper now.
Yeah, deeper and deeper in the hole that I don't want to say they dug it themselves. It's really been the tenacity of the Bulls. They started out looking a little bit like a false start out of a rodeo pin, but now they are on top of many of these challenges, controlling themselves, controlling the velocity of the ball so well when they get in the offensive zone, slowing things down just enough to be a hindrance and to eke out a couple of extra touches here and there. How much is that equated to? 15 shots. Ooh, 15 shots in game number 1. That is an insane, monumental number, especially when you consider 9 below them. The Elite are coming in with a lowly 6. Gonna need some adjustments if you're the Elite to hamper what the Bulls are doing, because they're taking care of the ball once they get it.
It is plain and simple. They are clearly taking care of business. The Bulls, you said it, 15 shots, 4 saves for them on the 6 shots. So technically the Elite only left 1 goal on the field. You need to see more pressure from the Elite. If you look at the Bulls, just continue what you're doing. You have that aggressive midfield trap. You have the boost control. You have the ball control. You had the game control. Maybe you can get some serious control with 2 wins back-to-back.
Yeah, by 1 game alone can sometimes be enough to throw a team into a downward spiral. Hopefully not the Elite, steadfast opponents traditionally for this squad. So I imagine there's still a lot of the rivalry. I mentioned how in the annals of history, these two teams are going up against each other in very big spots, especially when it comes playoff time. I'm hoping that we get that sort of a caliber of match, but it's going to take little adjustments here and there. And the Elite, maybe Distant, getting a little more involved. Gumbashi did a great job when it came down to the defense, but so much of that lack of trust was visible here in Game 1.
Well, maybe it's a lack of trust or just lack of trusting the calls. So sometimes the comms break down like you talk about that it didn't look like they had any, but maybe they called it off the backboard and the one in the net didn't trust it. So it comes down to a trust factor, it comes down to a communication factor, and it comes down to just who can adjust. Distant now the 1-1 opportunity. Deluxe sitting back, the soft touch there. The Dominus putting it down, but Evil coming back in time, playing supported, finding a way to deny that goal early. Now it's passed to Deluxe. Distant has to find it here and does. Evil turned around up in time, but so is Distant. Both of those long cars colliding in front of the net, trying to find the 50. Another 50 at midfield. The Bulls more favorable this time, though. The slow play, getting it down. Distant, though, playing patient, doing the right things at the right time, finding it for the Elite, but can't control it here. Gambachi puts it on, but a good save from Deluxe comes through.
Really well done, and the Elite. I'm hampered by the fact that we are not 1-0 right now. That ball should have been in, and Distant did everything but actually hit it with a purse on the goal line to put it in. The Bulls breathing a sigh of relief. The Elite maybe showing a little more frustration here late in the game. Deluxe counterattack. We'll get this ball into the corner in another demo. Here come the Bulls.
Here come the Bulls indeed. They have a chance here, but low boost on Deluxe means he's got to get creative, and creative he was, but it doesn't mean effective right now as Distant gets it past everybody. Catch up to it, try to find it, look for Gambachi, but a good save from Deluxe. Running back to it, trying to get the bump is Evil. Deluxe with a lot of space, a lot of time, and finds a way to put it in.
That is excellent control here by Deluxe. Not only the save, but the 2-goal swing. Thing that not many people, I think, saw there, though, was Evil pulling another Shadow Realm-esque bump out of the hat. The Bulls have been communicating so well when it comes to creating 1v1 or 1v-none circumstances. And it sees them up 2-0 now.
When you talk about 1v1, 1v-none, that's both players up winning a 1v2, and Deluxe says, oh, thank you very much. The only player left is a Bulls car, so no goal secure attempt, and they'll be up 2 comfortably.
No gold steal either, so that's a lot of respect here early on. We're only week 3, and this is a team not stealing each other's goals. That's almost too good a team chemistry and camaraderie between 2 individuals. Deluxe into the corner. We will go. The Bulls in firm control 2 minutes in, and that outside of the monumental effort by Gambachi on the goal line. Should have been another one for the Bulls.
It should have been, but you said it, a monumental effort, just getting that Finnick far enough, reaching out with sometimes a shorter car is more difficult. That Dominus up in the air getting yammed on, but Distant can't get it in. Now the ball bouncing into the corner. Gambachi needs some control here and turns on it. Now looking for the backboard, but the only thing he finds is the nose of that red Dominus. The ball bouncing in the corner. Distant near post play goes for the demo. Gambachi's out at midfield though. A great play from the Elite, a threes play like you say it, but no third player means no goal.
Mercy. At this point, the Elite, they've shown me a couple things getting into the offensive zone. They just lose pressure every single time, and we have seen the first half come and go in game number 2. And despite the lead on the scoreboard as far as shots go, leading 6-5, the Elite leave so much to be desired once they get into the offensive quarter. This is another high lofted touch that Evil will clear away. And I don't feel any danger when the ball is coming off of an Elite player right now. That needs to change, and it needs to change swiftly.
Well, it's about finding those quality opportunities, Kendo, and they're doing an okay job of finding good opportunities, but it's not quality threatening touches. You don't feel the danger. You don't feel like you have to have it because there's either 1 or 2 Bulls players back. This, though, a solid opportunity, a 2-on-1, but puts it near post, distant. Not able to get there in time. Deluxe putting it all the way out. That dominance is long, but not long enough. The Bulls up 3-0.
I mean, I don't know that the stream can actually see me, but I'm in Spain right now. I see the French flag over here on Deluxe, but I am 100% in Spain without the S at the moment for the Elite. I've even been a part of a Bulls 5-0 of the Elite before. I don't like to say this, but they definitely need to make some adjustments, and it needs to be drastic at this point. They're giving up too much once they get into that offensive zone.
Was just playing a little bit too far up, and then they got caught, and that transition play has been a killer for them. Now Gambachi trying to find one, but it's just a disjointed attack, kind of like a spotty Wi-Fi right now as they're trying to find each other still, but unable to connect. Gambachi running to the corner here, going to collect the boost, but can't get the ball. Deluxe has enough to try and find a pass here, but a good 50 from that Elite player denies it. In the corner now, the Elite need a touch here. It's going to bounce down. It's a great pass to Gambachi, but not enough of a shot. You said it, not threatening enough, not fast enough, and it's turned away again.
A lot of these opportunities, they look like great threes plays, and we've gone to that well a couple times. I'll probably try to kill it right here, but each and every time you see the Distant and Gambachi cycle the corner like that, they've committed both of them up. It's a wide open net. The Bulls haven't always been able to punish, but there isn't a third man here, and the Elite are playing like a threes team in this 2's league.
Yeah, they're going to blame their threes player. We're going to figure out who they're going to blame in that post-game interview, maybe. But no, that third man is not apparent here. We're in 2s right now, and so they need to find a way to work together. Evil just going to put this down, but not in. A chance there for the Bulls to extend it and get a rub one in, but they're not able to do it. Bulls up 2-0 in the series.
It's a very convincing win for the Bulls as well, despite the fact that the Elite outshoot them here in game number 2. As we said, very little threat, and I sound like a broken record saying the same thing over and over, but we didn't see any adjustments. That's the other thing that's concerning at this point. It was the same Elite squad. If anything, they were more emboldened once they got into the offensive zone. It was 1-2 and done. And unless you get a tighter rotation to sustain some of these chances, it's going to continue to be 1-2 and done with the occasional run back.
Well, I have a question for you, Kendo. Are the Elite exactly who we thought they were, and did we let them off the hook? But no, that isn't what happened. The Bulls were let off the hook. They're up right now. They're up 2. They're up big right now. They're in firm control. It's going to be up to them to finish this.
The Arizona Elite here live on your screen. They are who we thought they were. I love the reference. Thank you. We continue forward. Game number 3. And here comes Evil. Has the flipper set, doesn't use it. Deluxe cycling the corner yet again, and Gambachi might find an opportunity for distance. Tries to snipe the corner, and that was a quality 2's play. Let's see if it translates to more offense. Not this time. Wow.
It's punch, counter punch. A quality 2's play is coming from the Elite, and just the Bulls sit up, crack the knuckles, and say, all right, we'll open up the door and score quickly.
I'm not sure if we have a clanger command, but it needs to be used. At this point, that was a clanger. Not quite a play of the week clanger, but one you definitely would crack a Balls Garana to. I know that much, my friend. Here comes Deluxe through the corner, and
oh no,
the Elite just struggling to keep possession. Evil's going to take full advantage with a double tap.
You talk about it struggling there. Both players in the corner. I saw Gumbachi get bumped, and that's where I knew it was trouble. And so that's what you heard me commenting about. That double was set up too well. The Bulls, I hate to say it, they're goring the Elite every time they are out there. They have someone taking them off. It is physically watching the lead blocker run through on a trap play, and they're trying to find it here for Deluxe.
At this point, Gumbachi's going to have to channel their inner Matador just to keep the Bulls off the board. Evil. The push through the middle. Another chance on for Deluxe. Distant will sweep this one away. And there's a small light at the end of the tunnel, but they're still down by 2, 1 minute into game 3.
They got to find a way here, Kendo. That is the important thing. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it needs to be a save, and they won't get that. They're down 3-0, and if they're not careful, they're going to be down 3-0 in the series as well.
Great control here by Evil. I can't help but compliment the Bulls at this point, because once they get the ball in the offensive zone, it just seems like they don't want to let go. They get into the Finding Nemo seagull mode. It's not necessarily a selfish mine. It is a collective mine, and the Bulls are hive mine at the moment. Shout out Devonta.
Shout out Devonta indeed. Now Deluxe here throwing it to Evil. The soft touch off the flick. You gotta be kidding me though. But that's the Octane not able to find it. Trying to find that angle. A great touch off of that spoiler, but the spoiler was the crossbar instead. Gumbachi now with one to beat. A good 50 here from Deluxe. Just the ball kind of stagnating here in the corner. But that's okay. The Bulls are up big. The Elite have to find something. Evil now getting a touch there, flipping the field. Gumbachi waiting for it, putting it into the side, and the ball bouncing back. The Bulls trying to find more bumps. Deluxe, soft touch, but it's going to be a pass to no one. Distant throwing it out. Evil has the pressure once again. The Bulls rotating beautifully at midfield. Distant trying to find that redirect, but ends up back passing it slightly. Not the favorable touch that he wanted. Deluxe hands it off to Distant. Distant to Gumbachi, and now the Bulls just kind of collecting it at midfield. Again, Deluxe looking for the pass, but it's denied. The Elite still stuck on their half. This ball has just been killing and chilling on this purple side. Now it's trying to find a ripper to the back of the net, but unable to find it this time.
So many of these chances are coming off of weak touches from the Elite. They're not doing a very good job with their clears, following their own touches. However, Distant and Gumbachi will make me eat my own words. That's one. You still need 2 more.
You do need 2 more, but a great job of shooting exactly where you have to on that near post. That is sometimes the hardest shot in the game, when you know I have to put it on a spot. And so he put it on the laser, rolled it on that soft little curve, and then it finds a way in.
So now the Bulls and Deluxe taking full control yet again in the offensive zone. 2 minutes to kill, 2 goals to guard. A nothing but charge, it seems, once they get through the midfield. Deluxe, chance for an open net, has a control, 1v none, ushers the ball top shelf. The Bulls are on top yet again.
Once again, just extending the lead. Deluxe gets it past 1, and you talk about it, winning the one-on-ones, winning the one-on-nones. There is nobody home. The Bulls walk it in, extend the lead again.
Here we go. Under 2 minutes left on the clock. Another bump this time, and it comes from the Elite. Gumbachi jumps on this. This is opportunistic positioning, Foof, and that's exactly what the Elite need to do. Distant communicates, takes out the defender, and Gumbachi will see that ball and the lead down to 2. It's still dire straits, and I'm by no means trying to be a sultan of the scoreboard, but they desperately need something, and they're finding it right now. Distant, another one.
Did you see that train that just went by? The Elite are back in the game. I wait to just... Uncle Mo has swapped sides. The momentum firmly on the Elite side. Now it's up to them to continue the pace. The bump came through, knocked the Bulls off. And maybe that's what you need, a little bit of physicality of your own to work it around. So now, bouncing back and forth is the ball. Deluxe finding that double tap attempt, but it's too high and turned away. Now the ball resting at midfield. Evil gets it past 1 net. Dominus waiting for it, lurking there, trying to find the touch off Gumbachi, but a good clear Now Deluxe trying to 50 here, puts it off the wall, distant in the air, just catching it at midfield, trying to find some control, kind of spiraling, but able to land in time. Evil, one to beat, flicks it over one, but demoed for his trouble. Now Gumbachi trying to find that power play in a 2-on-1, but he just gave up possession, giving them time to get that last player back.
Anyway, we do see that the Elite, they're in with a shout at this point, Foof, and I feel good about their chances. It's plenty of time to get the equalizer. The problem is they continue to have weak touches and giveaways like that. Oh my.
Well, once again, the last player there was a Bulls player, but this time, a great job of redirecting it, backing up, and then jumping into it. That is a hard angle. It looked easy, folks, but that is a hard angle, moving backwards, jumping up to push it in behind your opponent. Making it look easy is the Bulls, and they are cruising, trying to extend the lead on a way to a 3-0 lead in the series. But the Elite, they will not be denied. They're going to try and find something here. Gumbachi got it past one, but denied once again by the Bulls. Distant up in the air, trying to find that distant shot, but a good pinch save from Deluxe. Deluxe gets sent out of the zip code, though. Gumbachi, one to beat, near post opportunity turned away. The Bulls are not breaking.
He heard there were 30-70s a couple counties down, and I think Distant gave him a head start for the chase. Sadly, the Bulls up 2 again, under 10 seconds. I don't think we're going to see any late game heroics on this one. In fact, we'll see a goal steal. Deluxe taking it from Evil. But let's be honest, Deluxe made this play happen. Fantastic pass, the demo, everything was there.
It was clearly a calculated and communicated goal secure. The Bulls working perfectly in unison. Not going to be talking about that one at all. But the Bulls advance with a 3-goal lead to now have a 3-game lead in the series heading into game number 4.
My goodness. They just continue to keep the pressure on. And I didn't think we'd see a monumental shot count the same way we saw in game 1. Yet again, but we do. They beat their game 1 total with 16 this time around. 9 were the Elite's answer. So it's a good sign for the Elite. They are getting a little more and more higher and higher as they go
just a little bit
with their shot count. The issue is they're still not controlling the ball very well out of their own zone. And I don't want to say it's a majority of the chances that the Elite are getting, but a substantial amount, closer to that 20% range, are coming off of Elite mistakes and transitions therein.
Well, you talk about it, the Elite are trying to press more and more, but when you press more and more, you give up more and more if you're not controlling that midfield. So the Bulls, they have had the better midfield trap, they've had the better pace control, they've had the better boost control. And Kendo, dare I say it, they've had the better game control, obviously being 3-up in the series. So it's up to the Bulls to finish this here. And it is up to the Elite. You talk about it, changes. We talked in game 1. Hey, let's make small changes and find a way to stop it. Game 2, throw it out. Let's figure out something and find a way, because it is up to them to put a stamp on this game and turn it back to their favor. We can see they can contest, they can fight it, and they can score. They just have to stop with the mistakes.
Yeah, and that's going to be the most critical. Of course, with minor league esports, folks, in case you're tuning in just now and you're wondering, why are they still playing at 3-0 Bulls? That is because we do the full set of 5. This is the league play portion of the season, and they have to even out the stats for everyone. That way we know who's in the lead, who's doing their best in a 25-minute with, substantial marginal overtimes here and there. But we are underway. Game number 4, and the Bulls are picking up where they left off. Deluxe, top shelf.
Well, you talking about it, picking up exactly where you left off. The Bulls, team play, 1-2, goal. Gumbachi gets bumped
and
for the troll. they do not stop, Kendo. It does not matter.
I'd hate to quote the timeless, but the good.
Okay, Distant. Welcome to game 4.
Yeah, return to sender here is Distant getting a little chunk of a goal this time. Beautiful. And that took some precision. Woody would have been proud of that one.
That was gorgeous, finding it up, sizing it up the entire way. Kendo, I think he knew he couldn't get to the ball, and so it was target locked immediately, flipping into it, and now the Elite, a little bit late, but it might not matter. Gumbachi getting 2 to put them up back by 1. The Elite now breaking out of their shell in Game 4.
They're doing exactly what the Bulls have been doing to them for the past 15 minutes. That's take advantage of the weak touches. In order to do that, you have to keep a forward presence. And finally, we're seeing the Elite stir forward a fourth check that is hindering the Bulls. And the weak initiations coming out of the zone. Can it continue, though? We're going to see a high lofter that Deluxe will put on net. Forces a save out of Gumbachi. Another chance set up for Deluxe. Gumbachi the swing away. The Elite might bring it back.
The Elite might bring it back, but they're in the lead. They don't have to bring anything back. They're trying to extend it here, Kendo. Now the Bulls having to be in an unfamiliar spot playing defense. Deluxe has it on the Octane, but that Octane at distance is up. Now Evil, all the time and space in the world, but too far left. Now the ball sitting. Gumbachi has it on this Fennec. Got it? No, a good 50 from Deluxe. Stalls it. The Bulls trying to find that pressure. They're trying to push, trying to get it back onto their side and get some control. Evil just giving up space here, but trying to bait Gumbachi, jumping to see where he is. The tactics coming at an interesting time, but they have a ton of time. 3 minutes left, only down 1 goal. The Bulls are definitely not in a spot of bother.
I actually love that defensive play, and it just tells me the attitude the Bulls have about this game. They're going to get another punish here, Boof, and that has exactly been their mentality this entire game. Don't do more than you need to. Allow the Elite to come to you. They get a deuces wild. There's 3 minutes and 5 seconds left, and they're doing it by punishing Elite mistakes and misplays.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, Kendo. And that is what the Bulls have done the entire series. They said pressure, it works. Boost control, it works. Getting them to come up and scoring, it works. So we're going to continue trying to do that. Now Gumbachi trying to find the 50, pushing it towards his Bulls side. A nice read there from Evil, gonna flip the field here, making this 2's attack start to back off. Gumbachi on the Elite, now trying to give his teammate with a good demo, but the ball flies out, not in control here. 1-on-1 Fennec, the Octane, that Fennec is disgusting. Too much net, that Octane is too small.
Yeah, really nice stuff out of Gumbachi. Controls around, taking the extra time. See, Deluxe is just going to wait there. Take advantage of that given situation. Now we got a full house on the board, 3-2 at 2:33.
Just over halftime here. It is a new game, almost a new series here, as the Elite have found some life in Game 4, and they have a lead, and they're trying to defend it once again. Gumbachi off the backboard, not a favorable touch, but enough to just turn away Evil. Now Evil with a lot of space, a 2-on-1 opportunity. Gumbachi, the nice save there, turning that Fennec in the air to find it into the corner. Deluxe, a little overzealous. Gumbachi, a lot of time, a lot of space, throws it to Distant. Distant puts it on, a beautiful goal. The Elite extend their lead.
All of a sudden, the Elite start to challenge some of these 50-50s that they weren't even in the ballpark on before, and they take a firm 2-goal lead. Just over 2 minutes to go due to it. The Bulls now are the ones who need to make the adjustment, as they've been uncontested for the most part through the first 3 games. The contest is there. They're going to have to win a 50-50, and Gumbachi's not about to let them.
That is something important here. The Bulls have had the control. They've had the 50s. They've had the physicality. It got taken away from them, 15 seconds into this game? It's as like Mike Tyson once said, everyone has a plan until you get punched in the mouth. And Game 4, the Bulls got decked, and now they've still been reeling. Down 2 goals here, only a minute and a half left. Gumbachi and the Elite just playing that control, kill the clock game, the fake there at midfield. Evil soft touching now, Deluxe. Tactical whiffetry maybe? But maybe the ball bouncing in the corner for the Elite. Now Gumbachi on the sidewall trying to find a pass. No, just going to slow play it here instead. Evil getting a nice 50. The Bulls, Deluxe putting it threatening but not on.
You can sum that offense up into one word, and that is yes. What's the plan? Yes. And they're going to get a punish off of a double commit here. It works somehow. The Bulls charge on. They have a 4-3 deficit, but they're going to keep going.
Kendo, this is how it worked in game one. Remember? We were talking about it. The Bulls hit the pressure, they gave it up, the Elite ran it back, and then they got scored on. That is how they do it. It's just calling back, hearkening all the way back to game one, just calling it in the playbook. Deluxe getting a solid win on the kickoff, though.
So now the Elite coming in with some royal pride, and that may end up being the difference here. At 47 seconds still on the clock. The Bulls one goal to change their fortunes. Make that two, because Gumbachi gonna catch the last defender out with no boost.
Well, just caught them lacking in general. Evil too far away from the ball, not close enough at anything, and not enough boost. So a great job of taking advantage of it. Elite up two.
.39 seconds to go. Here is Distant. Weak touch, immediately pushed on by Deluxe, and the Bulls once again. It almost seems like we saw a flash of brilliance from Elite. And now it's Deluxe looking down. He has the scepter in hand.
What is defense?
And the Bulls. Oh my.
What is defense? These teams have given up so many goals in the past little bit. It is punch, counter punch, punch, counter punch, punch, counter punch. It is now up to the Bulls to find the goal to equalize it. 22 seconds left. The Elite trying to play some defense here. Distant with a nice 50 there at midfield. Deluxe running back to catch it. Now Evil chipping it over one, and the Bulls tie it up. What?
Wow. I mean, I'm baffled at this point. I've seen a lot of Bulls comebacks. They've punished mistakes, and now they are punishing just lackadaisical challenging. They catch the Elite off guard in between, trying to find boost and trying to challenge the midfield with quite possibly the laziest goal we are going to see in Premier League all night. Chance as Deluxe will put this one on. Distant is equal to the task.
Oh my, the Bulls, Deluxe, near post. Oh, just too sharp, you said it. Oh my, Kendo, game 4 is what I hoped it to be and more. But now the Bulls trying to put it away. Deluxe with a soft touch, down Distant with a big save. Using the crossbar, Evil has to run back, but it's not enough power there off of Gambachi. Technically it was accurate, but not enough to flip the field. But a nice pinch there. Deluxe has to get up. The softest of touches denies that one, but Gabachi going near post. Deluxe doing all the work there on the back end, not allowing this Elite to get that lead and win the game.
There's still plenty of time for both these teams. Of course, overtime, endless amount of time. So one of these teams is going to go on with a win. No tie games, as it can be so disappointing in the realm of football, not to be confused with football, which is another game we like to reference here in Rocket League. Distant is going to get a push into the offensive zone, and I'm waiting for a demo that will open everything up. The miss by Gambachi. That is something they are going to want back.
I want it back. That was a great play. They got the demo, they got the ball across the net, but just could not finish it. Now the ball bouncing around. It is up to Deluxe looking for Evil between both players. How did that pass get there? Deluxe finishes it. What is that? Dan Marino-esque. It doesn't matter. The perfect throw cannot be guarded.
Well, we go back to the stat line. 20 shots on net for the Bulls in game number 4. Granted, the overtime helps a tiny bit at padding that. I'm just kind of baffled how the Elite can do so well, and we can see flashes of absolute brilliant play. They get in the way, they hinder the Bulls here and there, but they haven't been able to do it for a full 5 minutes, Foof, and it's almost infuriating at this point.
Well, I will say they did it for the full 5 minutes. They just couldn't finish in the extra 5 minutes that it took in overtime. But that was 20 shots, Kendo. 20!
Yeah. If you throw in the 14 that the Elite had, you're talking 34 shots in this game. All gas, no brakes for these two teams. And I get the feeling, as they have escalated this game, this series, more and more and more, you may just see a complete lack of blocking in this next one. This may end up turning into a freestyle competition for all I know, Foov. Because these two teams, they've just gotten better and better offensively.
We might just be watching the NBA All-Star game. All offense, no defense. Just throw it up and set everybody up. Get some bangers, get the clips. Don't worry about the scores anymore. You said it, a freestyle competition, but I am very content with that last game we had. That was 5-5 at overtime. That's what I expected coming into this, but the Bulls have been firmly in control and were able to wrestle it back in the end.
Yeah, and I tell you what, no lack of content between these two teams. I still take issue with the fact the Elite resting on their laurels for another midfield shot. Now they have themselves in really rough confines. Distant needing to control this ball out. Picked up and pushed away by Evil. Gets a turn on it. And Gumbachi equal to the task for a save. But the Bulls have priority here early in the first 30 seconds.
They do have that prior right now. They've got the pressure. They have the push. The ball bouncing back, though. Distant going to flip the field here, trying to give some time to his teammate. Could get some boost. Evil waiting for it here off the touch from Deluxe, but hands it off to Deluxe instead. A nice 50 there from both players. The ball gets stagnated there, sending him away. None other than Gumbachi. Now Gumbachi, last man back, trying again with that ominous underneath the ball is Evil. That is something they've gone for a lot, and you know what? Usually it's like third time's the charm, but this is like fourth, fifth, or sixth time that hasn't been the charm, but they're going to get one soon.
That they will. They can stick to it. It hasn't been a problem for the Bulls. It's been a major problem for the Elite. The consistency just has not been there. Bulls, it's Deluxe yet again, high off the backboard. Gumbachi is there for the backboard defense, though. A loss of possession is going to allow Evil a chance for the double tap. Watch him phase off of that opportunity as soon as they realized, okay, there's almost a 0% chance that this is going anywhere near the net. That has allotted the Bulls so much better positioning than you would expect in a normal twos game. Great communication and reducing risk throughout the game.
High reward, low risk. That is the best way to play any game, and it is a wonderful play to play Rocket League, and Deluxe puts it in. A beautiful dish there coming out from Evil, and Deluxe finds a way.
Man, at this point, I will go this far. I'm going to caster math the snot out of this one. Right. I think 90% of the Bulls' offense in this game, it almost would be worth going back and trying to figure the exact percentage. But 90% of their offense has either been punishment of Elite mistakes or the Elite not finding a play that starts in the midfield just like that one. It hasn't been there, and I'm talking about the pressure from the Elite. They've really allowed the Bulls to have their way once they have the ball offensively, and that, if you let a Bull go unhindered, what are they going to do? They're going to trample you. Hence, we have a 4-0 score line, and this is looking to be a 5-0 as we approach halftime.
We approach and pass halftime there. You talk about it, the bump coming from Deluxe. The only thing I can think about here, Kendo, is you ever heard the snowball analogy? You roll a snowball down the hill, and it gets heavier and bigger and harder to stop, but you don't see that usually in Rocket League. It's hard for a team to get momentum and hold it because of how Rocket League plays out, but the Bulls have done just that. If there is an opportunity for them to take, they take it. Evil now trying to find one of his own here, has both players of the Elite in front of him, just trying to find a distraction there is Distant. Distant now giving a lot of space. Gumbachi has to get up and does. The Elite bending but not breaking here to not give up another goal. Distant has to run back. The Elite reeling there as this ball has just been going back and forth into this Elite side. It goes out for a short respite, but guess what? Evil's going to bring it back. A nice bump there from Distant makes Gumbachi save that shot. Now Gumbachi flipping the field, but it's going to be turned back at midfield once again.
Mercy, the Elite, they're still there. They're still in strikeable range. But so much of this game has been the Bulls crunching down, and they've been having their way on the pitch a majority of this time. So now, outside of the Elite really putting some pressure on, and we're not going to see that here. Deluxe is going to have an insurance goal. I feel bad for the Elite. You hate to see a 5-0 sweep, but it looks like that's what we have in the cards.
I mean, I'm looking at my hand right now, and I'm seeing 5-0, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Yeah, probably. So right now, it is up to them to find a way, but I will say Gumbachi doing everything they can on the back end. 6 saves for them here, and Distant finally getting another one here for the Elite. 7 in total for the Elite, which is an astounding number, but that means you're giving up pressure. And one stat that I hate to say is 7 saves to 0 shots. They have had 0 control. Distant, though, finding it there in time. You call them out, and I guess they'll answer. They've cut the lead in half.
Yeah. So you're saying there's a chance, Foop, and that is exactly what I'm hoping for. That's why it's so important. You can't get down on yourself, whether you're in this situation as the Elite, or you can't get haughty if you are the Bulls. You have to finish out each and every game in the 5-game set. The Bulls better watch out. The Elite could creep up on them here late, and they can't get lazy with their possession.
Here's the thing is I think the Elite only do well when they're in the lead, and they have shown that they can counterpunch, but once they get down, it's very hard for them to get back into the game. So this could be a very good turning point for them, but having both players on the ball is not a good start. Deluxe killing the time here, just pushing it up, finding another touch. I mean, just telling the Elite to get up, just outverting them straight up for the ball. Looks like, I don't know how to say it. You ever played, what was it? Jackpot. Throw the football up, see who catches it. That's what it looked like right there. Just the Bulls were out jumping, out 50ing, out catching everything, and they will be out winning the Elite with a 5-0 sweep.
Felt like I was playing that against a bunch of 6-foot-tall 5th graders back in elementary school half the time. Granted, I wasn't the most athletic kid in the world, but I was like 5'9" in 5th grade. It's okay, everybody. I stopped growing. It all stunted at that point. It all stunted for the Elite, really, in Game 1. The Bulls took control. They never let it go. And, I mean, you play League of Legends. This was both a Nunu and a Willump game right here. The snowball potential all day.
See, I feel like I was looking at like a Zed or a Cinder that was already 4 or 5-0 at 10 minutes. It's like, oh, God, open mid. Let's get out of here. I don't want to play anymore. Let me go. But no, the Bulls firmly in control. And Kendall, what's the old adage? You want to grab life by the horns. I'm not getting in front of that team. No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a Dodge Ram advertisement right there. Right now, the Bulls, they just were unchained. They were unhindered. And they bucked the Elite off from the outset and did not let them find a way out of the rodeo until everything was done. So credit to the Bulls. Excellent job. They put themselves through with a 5-0 sweep for the Elite. I really think you can't just sit back on the throne. You have to make sure you challenge a little bit earlier, because if you give that much time to any team, let alone the Bulls, you're going to have struggles.
Well, as soon as you give any team like that Bulls any space, they took advantage of it. Anytime you make a misstep, they take advantage of it. So you have to be prepared, you have to be ready, and you have to be on top of your game, Kendo. So that is how this one will fall. A 5-0 running over the rivalry matchup. You talk about the old school running together game. So the Bulls take this one away. The Elite are going to be wanting it back further in the season. So GG's well played put in the chat for that one. But stick around. We will be back in a short little bit, have another game coming up, and we will see you then.